Life is not as complicated as we think, and yet at the same time, it's very complex. Even the science has come to our help to make us realize what is the fact and what is the fiction, and yet we refuse to accept even the science, let alone the spirituality. Every single signal that comes from outside the body is equipped to bring these impulses into our mind, which is the seat of the power. Everything we touch, smell, hear, taste, all these things ultimately convert into electrical fields, electrical signals. In the eyes we have retina. All the visual stimulations that fall ultimately convert into electrical signal and get stored in the memory bank. But the outside signals never really go inside. All it has to do is stimulate the electrical nerve endings which are located in the retina. Same thing in your skin. If somebody touches you, all it has to do is stimulate the nerve endings, and the message goes into your mind that someone has touched. Same thing with the taste. Same thing with sexual stimulation. Everything is nothing but electricity. And yet, all the impulses which are coming from outside, we give so much importance to the outside world. Our body is nothing but a machine created to gather the impulses from outside. And all these impulses ultimately are part of this electrical field which is located within us. Every single cell of our body is bathed in this electrical field. Every single cell that touches the another cell, and they all get together to create an organ, various parts of our body. Every cell is stuck with another cell. And in this microscopic existence also, the electrical charge plays a major role. All the important nutrients which are brought into the cell and taken out of the cell, the cell wall itself, which is made out of fat, cholesterol, phospholipids, also has its own electrical charge. And with the help of this electrical charge, whether it's negative or positive, it decides what things can enter into the cell. All the important nutrients, they carry their own electrical charge. Some of them get rejected, some of them are accepted. Even the food that we eat, the absorption of this food, when it happens through your intestines, again the electrical field comes into the action in transporting these important nutritional molecules that has to enter into our bloodstream for our nourishment. We are bathing in electrical field. It's an ingenious machine made by the consciousness to enjoy this beautiful world. Similarly, every single creation of the consciousness is relying on the electrical field. Electricity is everywhere. Electricity also converts into mass. E equal to mc square. The mass is created, but it is again a storehouse of electrical charge. The electricity is nothing but part of the original one big consciousness. As you go deeper into the meditation, you realize that energy which is circulating around, and it's all electrical energy ultimately, is the Sat function of the Satchidanand, which is the description of your Atma. Sat is ability to create. This creative power is hidden in this vast pool of consciousness. This is the kingdom of electricity. Electrical force is everywhere. That's binding millions of creatures, planets, galaxies. Electromagnetic forces are constantly at play, moving huge galaxies around, throwing them like we play football. As you go deeper and you try to analyze the whole world, it's one big play. Just like a software is creating various images in the computer, but ultimately it's all about the electricity. And yet, we give so much importance to these scenes which are created. Even the electricity that is being generated, rather the electricity which is generating even our body, is continuously on the change, changing all the time. The relationship of our body to the universe is very dynamic, because just like we are changing, the world is changing too. There is a continuous change happening. This vast electrical field is continuously working to make this universe happen. You are not alone, and neither is anybody else. We all are bathing in this electrical field which continuously operate our bodies. The breath we take, the heart beating, the thoughts we have, eating, drinking, inhaling, exhaling, defecating, urinating, sexual reproduction, all these are bathing in one vast field of electrical field, which is universal. Where is the room for I? Let alone, where is the room for mine? If me is a question, mine does not even come into the picture. And yet, we live our life whole life in the belief that everything is yours. Your parents are yours, your spouse are yours, your children are yours, your money is yours, fame is yours, your country is yours. These are total illusory thoughts that we have filled our mind with. And in these thoughts we remain trapped for the whole life. This is nothing but a fantasy, not a reality. Go deep within the meditation. Go deep. You reach to a zone where peace comes. Realize all your thoughts are about these illusory beliefs that you're carrying around. Watch them. And this field opens up in you, which is a vast field of awareness. This is also a field of electrical charges. Imagine the electricity, which is also awake, aware of itself. It's immense, has no limits. Wherever you go, wherever you look, whatever you see, even whatever you can imagine, everything is bathing in this vast field of electrical charge, and it is part of this inner field of awareness. So awareness is subjective. Electrical field creates this beautiful universe. So that's the Sat. Awareness is the Chit, which is not the mind. Chit is the universal consciousness, which is present everywhere, has no boundaries. If the source is infinite, products have to be infinite also. The field of awareness, which is infinite and has created this universe, bathing in its electromagnetic force. Even the matter, the solid matter that you see, is broken down into molecules and atoms and subatomic particles and quantums. All these quantas are nothing but packets of energy. Ultimately, everything is energy. So one universe is not possible. Billions and zillions of universes exist. And in this vast existence, which is the third feature of this inner experience, the existence, awareness, and electrical field, it becomes hard to distinguish one from the other, becomes one entity. And all your beliefs, your thoughts become very remote in presence of this beautiful field. And in its perspective, compared to this, all our beliefs seem like foolishness. where nothing is static. Everything is being operated at electricity level. The speed of electrons has created tremendously changing universe. And in this universe, there is nothing me or mine, but it is ours. We all are bathing in this universe equally. There is nothing superior, nothing inferior. And the consciousness, which is ever existent, is present in front of us. Every single molecule that's in front of you is the creation of this consciousness. But when we start putting our imaginations on it, we start fantasizing. We start looking at the dreams. We want to achieve things. We regret the things we did not have. You see a beautiful girl and you start fantasizing relationship with her. You see the object of pleasure and you start fantasizing the pleasure with it. We look at the future. Future is nothing but a fantasy. And fantasy is nothing but a dream. The dream that we have created is never going to take us to the reality, because it is a dream. It is not the nature of the dream to give you the ultimate experience of the reality. The reality is the present moment, the consciousness. Every single atom, molecule that is circulating around you is creation of the consciousness. You bathe in it every second, every minute. And in this bathing, you meet the consciousness. To call anything as me and mine are the dreams that take you away from the reality. There is only one reality, the universal consciousness, in the light of which we all are bathing. So realize this. Drop the whimsical, fantastical attitudes of the mind. See the tricks of the mind that takes you to suffering. And synchronize with the current moment. Bathe is in this vast electrical field where every single impulse that you have, every single thought that you have, all the stimulation of your senses, all the cells of your body, everything is bathing in electrical field. It is nothing but a total mystery how it exists. Get lost in this mystery. Drop all discussions about it. Just be.